think it was.
What, a Nanyang?
Yeah.
Was it? That was a while ago, wasn't it? That was what? How long ago was that? A year?
Yeah, almost a year.
2 years?
But we got shocked. I will not
rank.
forget that cast.
That was I remember. In fact, I remember as well. During that, we did. I casted with Bulba as well. He managed to feel the experience of the shocking headphones. I mean, I'm sure we lost a few brain cells then. You know, that was
I
pretty,
hope not too many.
pretty intense. No sound in Dota. Sorry, you should be sorry. It's all your fault, FNG. But
You know his name is 6 in Chinese.
I was gonna say, what does the symbol mean, Ben?
6.
6. Why 6?
It's the number 6. I don't
Does
know.
6 have a
FN
relevance?
is 7. Vega.fn.7.
Oh, yeah.
And then Bulba is 2. I think Bulba has used 2 for a pretty long time.
Why is he using 2?
I don't know.
Is his support play so good he looks like a position 2 in his farm? I mean,
Maybe
probably
it's his
not.
lucky number.
His lucky number. Maybe it's his number of competitive wins. I mean, poor old Bulba. I mean, to be fair, you know, there was a lot of talk on the. I mean, you can't blame Bulba for the games the other day, can you? It's just people find it so easy to. Poor old Sam. But today, Sam is going to pull out amazing plays. In fact, you can get your DVRs ready. This is going to be a game worthy of Bulba highlights. I can feel it. You know, playing the Shadow Demon. I'm sure we won't see a single bad disruption this game.
Or missed poison.
Yep.
His soul catcher is going to hit the hero even amongst like 50 creeps.
He's going to have Ags at 12 minutes. Bulba ST is
Bulba's really good as an individual player, though.
He is.
Sometimes in competitive, it just doesn't, I don't know, just doesn't translate that well. Sometimes.
Yes.
But oftentimes he does whoop some ass.
I mean, it's obviously for the lineup of Liquid. Do you feel it is quite a big change? You know, switching out Fada and Jerex and then taking in Bulba and Miracle. Does that just change the whole dynamic of what your lineup can achieve? Are these very different players? Do you feel?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Bulba he's a playmaker, but I don't know. He doesn't. It seems like he does less with the same amount of farm that Jerex does, and Jerex also farms a lot more.
Yeah.
And he gets a lot more farm. I don't know. Maybe Bulba just dies a lot, and that's the main difference that I see.
Poor old Sam. Wow.
I don't know. He was mostly playing offlane though.
He was, yeah.
Yeah. So
absolutely. That's what we've seen him in the
he has
last
to play
few
all these different
teams he's been part of.
positions. It's a tough world.
I was going to say, have we ever seen him in the support capacity in a pro team?
Yes.
We
There's
have
a
in the
smoke
past.
early.
Bulba
And Kuro.
There we go. Looking for the plays, looking towards mid. They want to go for it. They found FNG. Kuroki laying up the roll. Oh, dear. He's going to miss it. It might not matter, though. They're chasing down FNG with the flame guard.
Nah, he's going to tether.
No.
Yep. I was about to say, well, if you can't hit boulders, you might as well get a setup spell for it.
They did have the setup spell.
Yeah.
Well, they still couldn't hit it.
Practice makes perfect, though, Owen.
One day.
Yeah.
One
next
day.
time at Nanyang, they won't shock us.
Yes. And that wasn't Bulba, man. No, you can't blame Bulba for that. No blaming Bulba, please.
Nope.
Right,
we have to defend Bulba this entire game.
We do. Believe me, we do.
Yeah.
But anyway, the lane's coming out. The decision here from the side of Liquid to come up towards the top, run their lane a little bit aggressive, keep the 1v1 down bottom. Is this favoring a certain side? Is this better for Liquid to have this aggressive tri-lane against the safe lane of Vega?
Let's see. Versus the Juggernaut, Sven's one of those like really difficult to kill offlaners. Yeah. If he has some heroes paired up with him, because the trend has just been to have roamers. Often this game there's just a Wisp parking in the mid lane, and that leaves your safe lane very vulnerable. I think the mentality a few months ago used to be always make sure you win your safe lane, but that has changed.
Up top, alright, Greg, he's going to hit the roll this time onto FM, but FM walks it off. They'll look towards the easier kill. Bulba with the body block. Oh, look at this man go. Sets up the Storm Hammer, and that's going to be it. Liquid get themselves the first blood, take it down, and Bulba, first blood for the boy in the SD, pulls it off this time with some sweet body blocking.
Yeah, that was really well played by both sides. The Juggernaut tanked the boulder so that he could just spin away if they went on him and try to save the Disruptor's life, but Disruptor just not in the greatest of positions up there, and this safe lane is heavily under fire. Kuro doesn't need a setup to hit this boulder.
Ay, and the follow through from the Timberman's there as well. Sherma kind of blocked it by his own creeps, and that's actually going to save him by a little bit. Chipping down low, not low enough. He survives. Timberman and Kuroki still trying to fight, but FN having the backup of FNG. Sticking together to Bulba, falling low. Oh, the ball's got it. Aya takes him down. So they will lose Bulba there in that one. FNG turning up in the eye to help turn it around, but at the same time, down bottom lane, Mind Control, one of his signature heroes, the Darkseer, able to pull off a solo kill in a 1v1 against an SK. I mean, that's just straight outplay. That shouldn't be happening, man.
Straight outplay indeed. Both of them are pretty good versus melee heroes. It's a pretty volatile lane.
Yep.
Take a couple of caustics or take a few too many seconds of an ion shell. You're not going to have a good time. That top fight was a little strange though. Kuro thought they had the kill without the boulder smash. He wasn't able to use it. The Shadow Demon didn't pop his poison early enough onto the Disruptor, so the Disruptor healed up from the Tango and was out of kill range for the 2 stacks. Mid lane, Ember is actually getting owned, but that's expected, especially with the Wisp there early. Ember's laning phase is not his strong suit.
Oh, look at that. PTSD maybe kicking in for Miracle. Last time he played this, when they were eliminated by Jimmy Ho and the boys in TI6. So looking to prove himself on the Ember here, Miracle. Let's see if he's able to pull it off there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Ember versus the Wisp. I remember EG picked it a lot. He would just jump the Wisps like every single time, and with Island Shell, you would just die in the first chains. So if you don't have something easy like Bounty Hunter or Lion to pick them off, Ember is a nice choice too.
Bulba and Kuroki going on a bit of an adventure in the jungle. Miracle, good head back. Looks like he don't really want to cancel the flame guard, but up top, moving in on the German Slayer. He's got the back to the left FG. Nice ball to smash Kuroki, hitting onto the boat. The Shadow Poison stacking up onto the Disruptor. Is it going to be enough to pop him? I don't think it is at this stage of the game, but the damage nerf it received that last mini patch. And German Slayer able to walk it off. FNG just ends up forcing Kuroki and Bulba out of the jungle. Iceberg's coming across with an Invis rune. He's not going to pursue it. It's actually up towards top lane. Matuma Man has eyes onto FN. FN maybe coming across to see if you could cut off the supports coming back round. It's not going to be the case. At the end of the day, no one goes down. But still, yeah, this mid lane, it's looking tough for Miracle. He's getting the XP, but CS is certainly a different story. I mean, how does an Ember kind of come back into a game like this when he's had this tough start in the mid lane?
You have the Steroid and the Ion Shell leader, so that's like 2.5 flame guards right there. So he can easily come back and kill us. Not really too worried about him.
FNG going for the bit of AFK action there as it's allowed to be disrupted, but no follow through. Again, it feels like Bulba and Kuroki, we're seeing them move around the map once. They did manage to make a bit of action happen up top, but it's proven to be quite difficult for them to do anything about the other lanes from Vega Squadron. They just seem that little bit stronger, and in fact, Miracle.
They had that Observer Ward on the top lane that scattered out the movement from the 2 supports. So they like that Observer Ward even peeps into the river, so they saw him a good 10 seconds ago. Overall though, I think that FN's movements is actually, or FNG's movements has actually been really, really good on the IO. Like he was there to save the Disruptor up top, he secured the mid lane for the Tinker, he didn't die to the First Blood smoke. Like there's just been so many plays from him in just the first 5 minutes of the game.
Down on the bottom, Mind Control. And, of course, the SK both having a similar amount of farm down here. We're going to see a bit more attention at this way, potentially. Shaman the Slayer was in the neighborhood, but actually turning back towards the mid lane because the jump comes in from Miracle, and with the flame gun, he may just get this. Looking towards Iceberg, Kuroki comes in with a smack. And they will punish the Tinker. Miracle to survive. By the looks of it, yeah, keeping himself up there. And, yeah, nice bit of play. And the kill desperately needed, but at the same time, up top, FN sees an opportunity, jumps in. But what I imagine would have been the Omni, yeah, it's on cooldown. Used the Omni there to secure the kill against Matuma Man, who was left alone. 3 for 2, Liquid still with the lead, but I don't know, who are you favouring at the moment? For just looking at the way that this game started, do you feel a little more confident for one of these sides?
Still seems pretty even. There's a lot more stacks though on Vega, so I think they're actually going to get like the farm that they need very early on. FNG has been very active in helping us team and securing the stacks. They also have a stack close to where the Juggernaut is, and Sven was whacking at it a few times, but now Juggernaut is able to pull and get himself way ahead in terms of farm. I thought the Sven had treads before he died, but he's actually just still has brown boots, whereas the Juggernaut has phase and had 800 gold to boot. Now only 400.
And Matuma Man has got to be careful in this lane indeed. But the start up it, the FN has got on the Juggernaut. We're going to see a bit of backup come in as Liquid sending 3 heroes up towards the top. So maybe once again going to try and do something about this Juggernaut. FN fairly low at the moment. We'll see if they get any potential to catch him out. Moving across, but again this ward giving the signal for Vega to play it safe, keep FN back and out of harm's way. And unless they want to dive, Liquid are going to struggle to find this.
Yeah, it might be a good time for them to start blowing through their smokes because they're running around a lot, but they're not getting kills. And either you think that the team just has amazing awareness, which they do, or they have eyes on you. And if they have eyes on you, best way is to smoke at some point. But it's going to be tough for them, especially with nighttime just ending. The rooster crows.
They back away. Not going to be able to find anything with that movement. I mean, as we noticed, obviously some good stats coming out from Vega in the jungle. Do you just straight up give them to the Tinker, or are you looking to try and get SK to the Blink Dagger on a good time? I mean, is there a certain hero you think that prioritize the stacking for?
I actually think Tinker, just so they can get them involved more in the relocate kills, because FNG is going to be decently high level this game.
All right, down towards bottom of Timmerman. He's opted to come down here and look for the farm, but as long as the Sand King sticks around, it's still not necessarily going to be the easiest lane for him to stand up against Matt SK. If they can kill him, though, that'd be great. And with the help of KuroKy, they can certainly look to do so, but Matt gets a nice Burrow strike out.
He was too slow with the boulder smash.
KuroKy not quick enough for the lockdown. Meanwhile, mid lane, Iceberg being gone on by Miracle. A quick kind of fake TP there from Vega, enough to stop Miracle from sticking around for more. At top lane, Mind Control having to be careful, and Omnislash is available from FN. Mind Control trying to keep himself in the free. He's going to look for the lucky bounces. Won't get those, but the Blade Fury is enough to finish it off, and a sweet TP out as well from FN. Plays that very nicely, makes the Darkseer drop his wall, and also loses life.
Yeah, FN's playing actually very well this early game, getting the kill on the Sven, and the Darkseer was kind of becoming a menace. Like, he was pressuring the lanes, trying to deal with these melee farmers in the side lanes, like solo killing Mag early on. But now, after he's been killed right there with a lot of unreliable gold to his name, I think that Darkseer's going to have a very slow mech, and Liquid's timing is just going to be far too slow. Relocate, like they took out some of the stack already, and then it's almost 10 minutes in, so he can buy a tome, and all their things are going to start hitting. Relocate plus Juggernaut getting his first big item, and then Tinker getting his BOTs. It's all going to start hitting soon. Whereas, yeah, like a Sven with just an HOD, like how is he really going to be able to secure his Ancients and help his team out? Ember Spirit didn't have that great of a start, so he's not even close to his BOTs or whatever his first item may be.
I mean, you suggested that Liquid, if they want to try and find some action, they've got to go for these smokes, and that's exactly what they're going to do. KuroKy Mind Control coming around with Bulba as well into the jungle. I mean, they would have known that the stacks were being made, being cleared, but they're too late. Yeah.
They had a really good window when they went on the Sand King on bottom, because both the supports were actually taking out those stacks, but they've just missed their timing. They haven't gotten the kills, and they're scrambling to recover.
Looks like off the back of this smoke, they won't find anything initially. KuroKy gets himself in position to maybe kick something off on the mid lane.
Tinker already has pasta. Like, if you kill him right now, it's not that big of a deal. You might get the tower, which is kind of a big deal, but look at his position too. He's on the south side. He's even expecting a smoke wrap around from the north.
He's hit that 10-minute timing, as you said, on the bots, and yeah, that's the first hurdle gone for him. And Liquid realized that TP Mind Control out of it. He'll head towards the top, try and put a bit of pressure back on there. Stop FN from getting too much damage down onto the tower. But as we can see, top 3 net worth for the moment, all on the side of Vega. And at this point, it's probably going to keep that way unless Liquid can find these pickoffs. They just do not have the cores that can necessarily catch up until the stacks start being made by the Ancients, but Timmerman's able to clear those up. And of course, until we see a few more items picked up on Miracle, because at the moment, he's just kind of got the basics, you know, the beginner start to playing the Ember Spirit, no bots, and not really started to build his way towards Battle Fury as such. So Miracle needing more time, Liquid needing more time as a whole, and Vega just in the driver's seat at the moment.
Especially with the Sand King Blink Dagger already. Like, he died in lane, but he has Blink Dagger, and things are starting to become very troublesome. They have, like, who do they want to gank? Tinker had excellent positioning, covered his tracks with double marches. FN just spins a wave and just backs off to the tower. Relocate is up, so in case anyone else get ganked, they're in a lot of trouble.
Miracle actually tried to jump in there, cancel the TP there with the chains, but a little bit too late on the action. So he's just going to have to make the walk back towards the mid lane.
Yeah, he knows they can't actually kill him unless they have this disruptor level 6. So he's trying to split them up a little bit and keep them away from the fortified positions of their T1. And if they don't, then he'll just take some of their neutrals. It's time. Vega, smoke up.
Yeah, with the Static Storm, Epicenter, and the lot ready to go. Iceberg's going to have a fair bit of burst of control in this fight as well on the Tinker. Smoke to be dispelled. Can they actually find the jump? Miracle? It's got to be careful here. And here we have the setup. The Burrow Strike allowing him to close in. Static Storm immediately drops down. Bulba's coming in. Maybe trying to disrupt, but he actually launches the Static Storm, launches back out. Now gets stopped. But a relocate comes through, bringing in FN. FN, he has an Omnislash if he wants to use it, and he will jump forward, take down a second. The Epicenter comes down, 3-4 down on Liquid. And Vega just ripped them to pieces there in the mid lane. Everything executed to perfection there by Vega Squadron, and Liquid just with no ways of stopping it at this stage of the game.
You know, they actually had an observer ward once the smoke paused. There's an observer ward in the mid lane that saw the Sand King, and Miracle still didn't get out of there.
What's going on, Ben?
I think he didn't think that the Disruptor was level 6, because when I checked, he was like 5.5. Maybe he had a surprise comb on him, or maybe he just got it from some neutral creeps, but he wasn't level 6 at the time, and maybe he felt safe. Aside from that, I think maybe he was trying to wait for the Sand King to channel Epicenter, and then try and make him waste it, maybe trying to get a little bit too much out of that, but the smoke pops, they ping him out, he's like right under the observer ward, and Disruptor is level 6 at this exact moment, and just bought the Static Storm right on top of him. The Shadow Demon comes in, but Disruption isn't enough to save him, and they relocate around from the back, and they just get crushed.
Absolutely, a few quick crits from FN, and then just jumps in with an Omni to secure that final third and such. But yeah, that was an absolute mess for the side of Liquid. Liquid though, and did find something in return as they took down a kill onto the Tinker. So at least something to kind of get themselves a bit of a footing back in this game, but FN absolutely sailing out of control, as we can see 7.4k net worth on the Juggernaut, 3k ahead of the highest farmer on the side of Liquid. This Jug is getting out of control.
Their best way to get back in the game, Liquid, is to control the Ancient Stack. If they control the Ancient Stack, they can actually do pretty decently in terms of trying to keep the net worth. Like, it's kind of ugly right now in between the Jug and the Sven, but Vega can't really farm the Ancients that much, and it's also just a very difficult place to gank, especially if this T1 is still alive and healthy, which it is in the mid lane. It's like 95% HP, so if they can keep this up and keep stacking with the HOD, I think they'll be okay for some time, as long as they don't give away too many kills to the Sand King and the Disruptor.
Well, look at the mid lane, more money to the bank of Miracle, as he'll stick around towards the mid. Up towards the top, the pings are being made, but Timmerman's headed up there to clean the wave as it comes through. Mind Control has the mech done as well, so Liquid with a few more tools coming together, ready for the team fights if they do ensue.
There's smoke though, Mag and Disruptor trying to look for someone in the river. It could be Bulba.
Oh, the Mag preparing with the Epicenter, jumps in a beautiful Burrow Strike, comes to the Static Storm as well, gets the boat from Mind Control, pumps the mech, they're keeping themselves alive, on the side coming through with the back line, the Wolf Creek drop, but dancing down, the Play Spirit Method takes down a second, double kill for the Jug, glints back onto Bulba, brought back into the midst of it all, he'll disrupt himself, but at the moment they're losing nothing, getting a third, the Burrow Strike comes through, triple kills by FN, putting the Jug even further ahead this game. They did end up losing FNG, but this Jug getting even more each and every fight and putting himself on another level now. 9k net worth at 15 minutes in.
That was a perfect epicenter by Mag right there, and a perfect blink too. He blinked right on top of the Earth Spirit and got a double stun. And all of that mostly due to good observer ward setup. They saw them coming up the hill and having to blow through some of their smokes early because they had eyes on them the whole entire time. Liquid are going to have to farm their way back into this game, it looks like.
They really are going to have to play the long game here, Liquid. They need more and more time for this Sven and Emma Spirit combination to get to that strong point, which they will be able to do so if they're able to maintain a game in which they're not losing team fights as bad as those that are happening. They need to try and avoid them, or as you said, just get a bit of better vision up so they know what they can expect in these fights and not get caught off guard as much as they have been by the Sand King.
They're grouped up in mid. They look like they kind of wanted to smoke and drop the sentry to make sure, okay, they have smoke right now. But I don't know, Vega has been really good about just sensing these out and flushing them out. Look at their position right now. No one's even really that far away from a tower right now. I think the call has been made that they are making an aggressive maneuver.
Let's see if they get away with it. I mean, Vega seem very much prepared for this.
They know exactly what's happening. They threw a scan out. They expected it from the top. Tinker feels safe to farm this camp, and now they know it. They have to know it's on the bottom side. Maybe they suspect that it's a Roshan, but now they're plugging the Zerber ward, making sure that they haven't taken control of their Ancients, and they have controlled this game very well and just not making those, utter mistakes that just throws away your lead. Right? The Tumble Man's still stacking up and farming. He's getting there.
Liquid just waiting. And now they will TP out, at least send Miracle up towards the top lane.
They know.
And they want to maybe try for the kill onto Tinker. But Kuroki rolls in, tanking a huge amount of hits with the tier 2. Now they'll jump across onto Iceberg. And who's going to be dropped? They do get it, but the prototype onto 3 comes out. FS says to follow through with the Blazer. He stands storms down. Mikey's got trapped. Miracle's going to be stuck in as well as he comes out of the disruption. 3 dead on Liquid. Make that 4 as Bulba falls on the side. And again, these fights are just being ripped to pieces for Liquid.
What a godly static storm from the disruptor.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
They still have the team fight wombo possible for them. And they did get the Tinker. Tinker's actually not as farm as you would expect. He's actually behind the Ember Spear right now.
He's kind of tailed off, especially after they did feed him those stats in the jungle. He's been picked up a few times.
Yeah, he really wanted his Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Just farmed out a little bit too far at that instant. But, you know, the good thing is he has this Jug who's just...
Oh, Jug is, yeah, absolutely wrecking face this game.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yes, he is, Owen.
He is insanely far ahead. Working towards the defusal. Getting this tower, that's going to be putting him a little bit more dollar in the bank. Mid lane, hello, bit of a jump in fact. Miracle. Looks like he'll be fine. No static storm or such. In fact, Miracle can turn and maybe try for a kill. He was thinking about it, but he's going to play it safe this time. Doesn't want to go in and get caught out by a turnaround from Vega. And indeed, top tower to fall. Vega taking more control of the map. And FN with the Omni Slash up. Relocate this will still be on cooldown, but yeah, back up in there, literally a second. So you've got to be careful if you're Liquid coming down the map, because FNG and FM will be ready to team up and jump back in onto you.
Yeah, even more items out on Vega at the moment. The Yules and like the Diffusal are actually kind of problematic because it can deal with the Ember Spirit very, very easily. Yules them into a stun, yules them into a Static Storm, or even just take off his shield.
Yep.
And he's going to be a super easy target to kill.
Do you feel either side is going to be able to look towards Roshan anytime soon, or is that not really something that these lineups are going to be able to do?
Vega definitely with the Healing Ward.
Yeah.
Healing Ward's really, really good, as well as just having a Wisp. I think even Wisp without the Healing Ward, they'd still be my more favorable Roshan lineup. It's just that Ember Spirit is one of the worst heroes at taking down Rosh. He's just awful.
Get the setup onto Max. That is from down as well. Just bringing him back up with the Iron. Miracle caught out. He's going to go down. The question is if they can get themselves anything else. FN stage gets to the high ground. Will blink up. Matsuma Man actually running himself away. Can't make a go on Sherman the Slayers. He gets off with the Glimmer Cape. He's going to be out. Only one down. Looks like the rest of them will survive. FN being played around with it. In fact, he's just forward with the Omni Slash. Looks towards Droki. Max there with the Burrow Strike. And Vega making sure that once again they get themselves a good amount of kills in these pickoffs. 2 kills, losing nothing in return. And 16-6. Vega still in the lead this game. And Liquid still just struggling to find the safety to get Miracle out and such and start to build towards those items that he absolutely needs to deal with the pushes that are inevitably going to come through from Vega.
I think that Liquid were trying a different system for those supports this game. Notice that Kuro and Bulba have been together almost the whole entire game, even from minute 0 when they smoked to level 1. I think their support play wasn't the greatest in their other series. In this game, I think they're trying something different. It's like, okay, let's just move together at the same time. So, you know, 2 supports are stronger than 1, except when it's very obvious where you are going to go and you keep walking under observer wards. So I think that it was maybe an experiment by Liquid to see if they can mesh it a little bit better by having these 2 guys constantly together. However, it has not paid off for them because of Vega's incredible presence of mind as well as placement of observer wards. They do have a gem on Liquid, so they are trying to limit the area. There's another smoke. I think it was actually caught by the observer ward in the mid lane, though.
I think some pings did come out. We'll see how Vega react to this.
They know for sure.
Alright, so then if Liquid can't get the wombo combo jumping though, it could be huge. Man, the first strike could be back on. The count's not immediately, but Matsuma Man looks to get one just there. Good change from Miracle catching down 1. That's going to be the disrupted down, but now potential turnaround coming in from Vega. Mag is going to be caught out by the sudden Mag will touch Kuroki. There's the vacuum coming through. 2 down now on Vega. This is the fight that Liquid need. A slight from Miracle takes down a 3rd. They zip across, finding the Sanking as well. This time, Liquid with the fight. that they wanted. As you mentioned, it did look like Vega should have spotted that out with the ward in the mid lane.
They
but
did. I think they pinged it, but their positioning was just terrible. No one was there to actually pop the smoke and get vision. I think Mag's stun was actually a blind stun into there because they didn't have vision. They had a sentry ward over there, Liquid did, so they know that they actually don't have vision. So when they pop, they still felt very, very okay.
Oh, he did as well.
Wow. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty good fight for them, but after losing DS on the gem, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah, and they're still not killing FM. Flips back onto RoG. Nice bit of a block there of the roll in. IO's going to bring in FN again, and they're looking for taking down but they've got enough damage as they have. RoG's out to the man trying to TP away. He should make it. Local already starting to remnant himself out of this one to jump forward. Oh, but trying to TP out isn't going to get out. And again, I think that really cements it. You know, you said the gem in itself was enough to really kind of say, all right, Vega didn't come out too badly. They're having them stopping the push as well, defending the tier 1 and getting 3. You know, at the end of the day, it wasn't as great as a trade as it could have been for Liquid if they could have taken the team fight, especially losing Miracle as well in the mid. FN beyond godlike. The slaughter just does not end. This Juggernaut sailing ahead by a country mile, 11-0-6. They just could not kill the Juggernaut.
They thought they were okay because he had used all his spells and TP'd out, and then boom, relocate back in, and they're like, okay, we're done for here. We're done, guys.
24 minutes in, 20-11, quite a bit of a bloodbath this game. And Miracle down again. How's he doing? He did pick the Perseverance, but still.
This is an interesting
build. Up here.
We have the BOTs already coming out on the Juggernaut. It's a very early switch over from the phase boots. I think this is so he can actually kill with the Sand King a lot more and kill the Ember Spirit and or the Sven. Sven doesn't have BKB yet right now, so he's actually quite vulnerable, and this way they can relocate someone else, like relocate with the Sand King and 2 BOTs, one with the Jug, one with the Tinker. It's 4 heroes. It's better than a Nakes and Fest.
Looking towards Mr. Man as well, do you feel he has to get the BKB, or do you absolutely need more damage? He just has to get it first.
Yeah, there's just... imagine he just God's strength sitting in a kinetic field. That would be so sad. Or he gets blinded, or he gets stunned by the Sand King, or he gets glimpsed back. Even a tether slow is like very pesky to deal with.
So then are you looking for him to get the BKB and then trying to fight, or do you need to get the BKB and then continue to avoid fights until you do get something like a Crystallis as well?
I think they can take fights like that if they catch Vega by surprise. It's not like they have any BKBs. If they can somehow catch the Juggernaut in like a blink vacuum into a Stormbolt, they could easily win the fight. But the problem is FN has just had godly plays this game and is beyond godlike with his kill score.
My mistake as well, actually. There was, we did have the rest of the Battle Fury on the Courier, so Miracle has at least got that one complete. He'll have a bit of a better time pushing the waves back out. Yeah, BKB now complete for Matuma, so slowly getting the tools together on Liquid.
Yeah, they're getting there. He definitely shouldn't die in his BKB. BKB, once Warcry is impenetrable when Juggernaut, even the Juggernaut this farm, he can't kill him during the BKB.
I'm going to check, see if any of the vision is out here for the side of Vega. It's not.
They lost a gem though, so that's like they have to put sentries. They lost a gem. That's like 2,000 gold. That's swung Vega's way.
See what they're going to go for here, Liquid. I mean, I guess at the moment they don't have any vision of Vega, so maybe a bit scared that Vega are coming to them.
They have 1 smoke. They need to decide whether or not they want to use it now or save it for a better day, because they don't have that many options. They need to make this one count.
Tower is under attack.
FN and FNG maybe seeing to put some pressure down bottom. There'll be a scan by Roshan from Liquid. It's not going to clip anyone on the side of Vega. And indeed, Vega themselves not looking to take Roche as of yet. Just want to try and get the tier 2 down from bottom. Ping's actually onto mid lane. Sanking potentially has to be a bit careful on his own. Will blink out. Mind Control tried to go in there. They popped the dust, the vacuum, seeing if they could get a bit of a grab onto the SK, but it wasn't going to be the case.
More gold down the drain. And time.
And Vega just avoiding the whole altercation towards the mid lane. FM finds the tower down bottom. More money into the Jugs bank. And Liquid do have the creep wave pushed around towards top, so they themselves could look for a bit of a trade.
They can easily defend this though with the BOTs and the relocate, so I think it's a matter of whether or not they actually want to fight.
Dire's middle tower is under
And Liquid's going to ping onto Roshan. They'll smoke up and make a beeline over towards the Roche pit. They're worried about Vega going for it. Vega, of course, yet to enter into it. And Miracle likes to get the tier 2 for free, so they do get the tower trade. But it all could kick off around this Roche pit. And then, has to be careful, but man gets the jump in with the storm out of the cross. FFG ripped to pieces and he's down. The Veg's got a border smash onto FFG as well, and he's off as well. 2 down on Vega. And, well, yeah, the Jug does not have buyback gold.
Yep, they made that smoke count. That was huge. That was a perfect blink stun by the Sven. Very patient from him, waiting for the rest of his team to come around. And FNG thought he had to save, but yeah, Jug's just so squishy if he doesn't get his spin up in time. And there was just no way that he could at that point.
And approaching the bank as well. Liquid starting to get a bit of a better foothold on this game.
I'm surprised Vega didn't actually go for RoG. I think they could have gone for RoG as Miracle was hitting the top T1 tower, or top T2 rather. But instead, all they got were a few neutrals, and that's about it. A death and a pretty bounty going Sven's way. Was it Sven who got the kill? I'm not sure.
I think it was, wasn't it?
Probably.
It was.
Well,
yes, it was. Yeah.
He got IO.
Oh, he got IO.
But that means he didn't get the spam because he only has 1 kill.
Yes.
Whoever got that is, he's rich. Maybe it's Kuro because he has 3,000 gold right now.
Oh, it's Mike Shaw. I think Weapus, yes. Okay. He's communicating with us. It was Mike. Thanks, Weapus. For keeping your eyes on the game better now. That was, yeah, money into the bank for the boys on Liquid. And I mean, this game does get a bit scary for Vega. You know, if they start losing these trays, Miracle and Matuma Man continue to find the big items. I mean, as this game scales on,
yeah,
it's pretty nasty.
It is, because I haven't really felt Tinker this game really. Like, he's just been farming, but he's like not even that high on a net worth. No? And like BKB Sven can just mow him down so quickly. And it's not really like Liquid are under pressure to push, which is where Tinker shines. It's like, you know, if you're up against a Tinker and you have to push, you're just going to run in a wave with marches and have all your lanes pushed. But they don't really have that pressure. I think even the Ember Spirit can do a lot of damage to the Tinker if he's caught out at this point.
Middle. TP's to come in. Mag keeping his eyes on this from the high ground. Gotta be careful, Miracle coming across. Mag's already on the retreat. He just spotted all out by the ward, but they're not gonna make a jump forward onto him. Pressure being put on by FN's illusions onto the tier 2, but Miracle's there to clean it out. And Liquid just regaining a bit of control around this area at the map.
How much gold has Matuma gotten from these Ancients? I swear he's farmed like 15 camps in the last 30 minutes.
He's done a hell of a lot, and it's really showing. You know, he's only now 2k behind the FN's Jug, and the FN's Jug has been having a ridiculous game. So for Matuma to catch up like this, it's looking very impressive. And he's really going to start to deal the damage. I mean, what's got at the moment? 3k gold in the bank. So, I mean, you'd obviously imagine what the Daedalus to come out next. I guess probably waiting for the Aegis to expire before he picks that up, as he doesn't really have a slot to trade anything out for it.
He could also get MKB.
Yeah.
To deal with laser as well as a potential butterfly from Juggernaut, but I think Daedalus is much safer. Heart possibly too. Might not be a bad choice.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Matuma Man gonna do this. Oh, an iceberg. Yeah, he's spraying around him. Matuma Man's just looking to skip the wave.
Heart's nice for situations like this. When he gets spammed down, you're like, okay, well, I'm at a quarter HP, and a mech doesn't really help me out that much.
Dire's middle
I mean, look at this up top as well. Mag and Shoma, they're hoping for a bit of a catch. They're going to use Iceberg to bait. Not from Liquid at the moment, it's kind of biting. A lot of pings coming out, and I think that's Michael saying, look out boys, there's some people hiding there. You want to be careful about going to that top tier 2, and at the end of the day, this is working out for Liquid. Wasted time essentially for those two heroes. Miracle's getting the pressure onto tier 2 mid, and he should be able to find it. More money to bank. As Miracle's game is really starting to pick up after a rocky start that Liquid had. But at this stage, Vega not quite finding the objective they wanted. Miracle's going to come down bottom, and the X might get caught out by this. The burst not going to connect. This is a lot of damage. Maybe with FN coming in, they do. Hold us back for Kuroki, though, catching out 4, allowing Miracle to get out. Microsoft hits the vacuum. The wall bringing them down low. See if they can get any kills out of this one. FN jumps forward on the side to BKB, but the bounces are not good. He's all across the creeps and not across the heroes. Vega don't find any of the kills here. Liquid keep themselves alive, and the gank was not successful that Vega were looking to set up from hiding in the tree line.
The Lincoln Spear caught them by surprise on the Ember Spirit. They need to break that with a glimpse, I would say, first, before they
Radiant's bottom
actually
tower
initiate
is
on
under
him. But
attack.
that item saved his life.
Vega maybe starting to get a bit
Radiant's
desperate here
bottom tower
with
is
these
under
attempts.
attack.
They need to find something because MaTumaMan really stepping up to be a bit of a beast. And the wombo combo can certainly be real for Liquid as well. The Dark Zero Spirit, Sven, even obviously with the Battle Fury on the Ember Spirit, it's all there. FM is going to go clear the way, TP out. Nothing at the moment that's going to be able to hold him back through the Magic community, so he's golden.
Now Vega dewarding some side of their map with the gem that they acquire from Liquid. But as you mentioned, it is getting scary. Sven is unstoppable with the Aegis at least.
And what did he put his money into? What's he got in the car? Yeah, he's just looking for the straight up Daedalus. Blink on Miracle. So I mean, Miracle now with the Blink and the Lincoln Sphere. Very, very hard for the side of Vega to catch out if he plays it right, and it's Miracle, so we can certainly assume that he is going to. The net worth, where Vega had that lead with FN having the great start that he did, it's now started to turn right around with the farm that MaTumaMan and Miracle are picking up. This game is getting harder and harder for Vega Squadron.
Liquid still need to breach high ground at some point, and you mentioned like Ember Spear coming online, you know, with this Battle Fury plus a couple other items. I think the Tinker is also starting to hit pretty hard now that he has his Aether and Ags in his inventory. If they ever want to push, but they don't really need a push except Sven. I guess he's kind of close to maxing out. BOT, Satanic, not huge upgrades for him.
Looks like Bulba and Croaky realizing that has to be careful there with the presence in the jungle. Actually, good jump forward from the MaTumaMan onto FN, and FN gets the Omni-Slash out, but he's almost certainly going to die after it. Very low on health, and he's out. He's going to find himself one big kill now. Let's try moving for more. Iceberg gets to blink out to the east. Miracle looked for the prediction towards the left, but he was off point. The Stormhammer, that is going to connect them. MaTumaMan with the good choice, the BKB comes for the Gunstrike, chomps down the Tinker in two. Max in trouble as well. Burn strikes down. The slow from the demonic pose still holding in place. MaTumaMan, he's got more trouble, he gets it. The triple kill for Sven. And this game, an absolute turnaround really, as Liquid now playing with Vega Squadron. Sherman's going to have to be relocated out by FNG. But MaTumaMan,
He was just a one-man squad right there.
yeah, he's doing it. He's now on par with FN's farm, and Liquid, they're ready to go in deep behind the tier 4s right next to the Ancient. They chopped down FNG and his little blue ball. And this game, it's getting to the point now, Ben, where I don't know how Vega can win this.
Well, Tinker getting caught out like that right before the big push. That's when Sven just got his Daedalus too, so they really didn't stand a chance at that point. But there were several things that went wrong for them. Firstly, they did not control the Ancient Sect at all. They dropped an Observer Ward, one Observer Ward I think, and didn't actually stop them. I think the Jug was double Sven's net worth. And now I think Sven is over the Juggernaut in terms of net worth. And then the Tinker just really didn't do that much. I think that like Mag maybe didn't coordinate that well with his team in order to get some kills, but overall, a shoddy mid-game.
MaTumaMan's been left behind. He has got the gold strength on the BKB. He's going to try and turn a fight against FN, but FN's going to kick it out for the time being. Stormhammer onto Mac, puts back at the time. I think insane amounts of damage. Takes down Sankey. Got himself anything more. Miracle comes in, snacks the healing ward. Now he's got to be a bit careful. Some of the Slayer going to him back. MaTumaMan still hungry for blood, but the only comes through. MaTumaMan chopped down Miracle as well, taking a fair bit of it. And FN incredibly low to stage, so making sure the Miracle has trouble jumping forward. He can't do anything here. Miracle tries with the Sleight of Fist. Not enough damage at the moment. They get themselves out of there. So getting the MaTumaMan kill pretty big here for the side of Vega. They need more of that at this stage of the game. It cost them the SK's life.
They also had some good RNG on their side too when Sven didn't crit the Jug. Woo! I think that was just a game over right there. That's close.
Rush is going to be picked up as FN will look to work towards that Abyssal Blade. Have a bit more control for heroes like the Amber. Kuroki doing his best to clear lanes, but 37 minutes in 18 to 22. Matuma Man still in a very good position. The gold lead swing around to about 7.5K now in favor of Liquid. So a real turnaround this game.
Yeah, one thing that I didn't touch upon too is the Jug build. Jug went Blink first into Manta, then Diffusal, then BKB, and Basher. But his build's not actually that good at dealing with the Sven. Like, if you Manta, you'll just get destroyed. If the Diffusal doesn't do any damage versus the Sven's BKB, and he has a ton of armor already, and you can kind of lock him down with the Skull Basher, but you don't actually have that much attack speed with a build either. So and he went for BOTs early, switching out the phase. So that's kind of a lot of lost gold right there. But the point is, he can't man-fight the Sven. Sven just like 3-shots him at this point, and perhaps like a Lord Butterfly HSD armor-centric build would have served him a little bit better. I can understand like the Manta though, like you're worried about the Earth Spirit catching you out in silence and you just dying, but he has the Wisp to back him up. He can also just defuse himself without having a full commit.
Oh, FX! He jumped into the pit. He's looking for Croak. He's not going to get the kill. He's bought the BKB for that one, and he's just going to have to walk it back out. Maybe hoping for a few more bashes, and then he would have got away with that. It was a little risky as well, because Liquid were around in the neighborhood. They may have even had the chance to turn it around on FN, but he does back out. Daedalus now done a miracle. The damage output for Liquid looking very strong at the moment. Mind control charge for the vacuum. Doesn't quite get it in time on Stinker, but in fact, oh, hello. The push coming in. They're just going to try and fight this one. Kuroki actually going straight into the base here. He will get taken down, but this will allow the space for Matuma Man to find the SK kill. Vega, can they do anything to stop this push? I mean, at the least Liquid will find the tier 2, and they'll back off. So, a bit of an awkward roll there into Kuroki as he heads up into the high ground, but I guess it gets the job done. Makes space for the tier 2. Now Matuma Man moving into the pit. Vega without the SK, unlikely to be able to contest it.
Yep. And he just got, I think, one shot by Matuma Man, like a 1300 crit, and come to think of it, none of Vega have built any sort of armor items. So, like, just all in on physical damage from the Ember and the Sven is going to work out real well for them.
And the draft, the build, planning, Liquid certainly did seem to suffer early on in the game. But we always felt that if they could get it to a certain point, it was going to look a lot better. If Matuma Man and Miracle found their farm, and they certainly have now at this point of the game, as Vega finding it a lot harder. Never's going to try and jump into the fight with BKB. Goes to the Omni Sash on Matuma Man, but he's supposed to fall back. He's going to take the versus, but it does mean that the Junkin, they'll get the kill on Kuroki. FN has to actually deny the Aegis Spike, but they didn't have a slot. Didn't want Liquid to get their hands on it, and with Miracle point, they're starting to get the kill on the Ember Spirit. Miracle down for 90 seconds.
Vega play from Jug. Nice, very nice disruption from Bulba.
Yeah, keeps Matuma Man alive. But
the quick fingers to deny is really what did the trick.
Yeah, say if Miracle was able to get his hands on that Aegis, that certainly could have turned around that fight. They obviously could have killed him once, but killing him twice, probably unlikely with the amount that they blew on him to take him down once. We'll see how much Vega can get done with this minute with Miracle off the map. I mean, it looks like they're playing it relatively safe. They don't really want to push in too hard, as they are still worried about the fighting power of the rest of Liquid's fort. Abyssal Blade done on FN. Matuma Man, I mean, where does he kind of go with this build now? Is it, as you said, just looking towards a Satanic?
Yeah, Satanic, then Moon Shard.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, there you go. Actually sells the Helm of the Dominator to pick up the Moon Shard.
That's unusual. Usually you pick up the Moon Shard if you can expect to consume it in place of an Aegis, but because the Roshan just died, I guess, you know, maybe he's trying to end the game right now. That's actually very unusual.
Yeah, selling it that early.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any, like, sustain either.
Do they have any Vlads on the team?
I don't believe so.
They don't. Yeah, no lifesteal at the moment.
Yeah, no lifesteal, no HP defense.
They've got Greaves and... I guess they've got the Greaves.
Yeah, almost a pipe, I suppose, on Kuro.
Yeah.
But if you want to break base versus Tinker, I think generally you need to get some sustain, or else you have to rely on being able to pick them off outside of base, which they have been doing.
Down bottom, Iceberg. Smoked up. Miracle very, very close by. See him get the jump forward, Miracle. Eyeing up Iceberg. Iceberg actually there with the back of the shell there. They've got the Static Storm. Look for the turnaround. Miracle, he's going to get taken down. That's the Ember Spirit out for 90 seconds. Now, if he says anything more there, coming in from Matuma Man. He's going to be fine, but they've lost Miracle down for 80. Trying to chase down Matt. RoG coming across as well. FN trying to get back out of this one. The lasers bounce through. Vega still 1-1 at the moment. Alex gets for a second. Matt comes in with the epicenter. Mind controls the fall as well. And Liquid ending up losing 4 here. An absolute mess of a team fight. None of these heroes with buyback available.
Tinker Hex?
What the hell happened, Ben?
Tinker Hex?
Yeah. It just absolutely ruined them.
Yeah, he owned the Sven. Because Sven has been the one that's just been crushing them in the fights. And now that his BKB is 6 seconds, he's not able to do that much. And also, he didn't have Satanic. Maybe it wouldn't have helped him out that much, but at least he wouldn't have to back off that early from the sheep. So now they realize they had to be able to kill the Tinker very early. Dude, I thought Liquid had this.
I thought they had it as well.
They were just like owning them in base.
And they're going to lose, well, at least one set of rats.
Finally, Tinker has shown up to play.
Radiant structures.
Modification will come through. Liquid are going to be able to do some sort of defensive. God strength BKB up from the Timberman. They'll lose the melee rats up. That's already gone, and they will to play it safe.
Yeah. He might need MKB though, because his BKB duration is so low. Yeah. A solution to that is also Refresher Orb. You can just refresh and double BKB with double God Strength. Either I think would work, but I think Refresher might be better because of the Hex. He needs to be able to kill the Tinker.
And Timberman and Miracle, they're headed up top with the smoke, maybe seeing if they would have a chance at catching out the Tinker. They're pinging towards the base. The blue wave is pushed right in.
I'll take that.
And they want to try and make a fight happen in here. With the smoke, they're kind of playing around with the idea. FN towards the Ancients. Liquid now behind the tree line. They want to maybe get a bit of a surprise jump if anyone on Vega comes forward here. Let's see if they can get it. Max there at the moment. Butterfly now down from FN. Liquid can't find the jump that they want. And so mine's been drawn by Shama, just getting Vega to push his name back out. FN's day might get jumped on, he will be. The Timberman comes in easily with the Storm Hammer. Good take there, not under the save FN. The Timberman tries to get a step towards the FNG. Ion gets it. FN looks to find him back, but the defensive decision there for Boulder. Saves mind control. The FP comes through, and the Timberman getting great miracle. The Timberman from there's the head. The lady from Iceberg. And again, Liquid lose 4. It's, I mean, at this stage as well, we're seeing how much Iceberg can do in these fights with the Aghanim Scepter, with the Cypher Vice.
Owning now. And he just picked up his Butterfly. He was at like 40% HP. Without the Butterfly, he would have been in critical HP range.
And this might be over. I mean, 70 seconds, there's no miracle. You can buy back on Matumba, but he doesn't have God Strength. It's between Matumba Man and Sam to hold this off.
If he makes a misstep, though, he's going to get permanent and just die. So you can't actually fight outside of their T4s at the moment. Not without the rest of his team dead. You know what they're also missing on Liquid is a Lotus Orb. If they had a Lotus Orb on the Sven, you can reflect the Omni Slash, you can take the spell a Hex. That would actually be very useful for them, but I don't think they plan on this game getting to this point because it looked like they were about to just...
I mean, look at the graph, Ben. Yeah. Up and down like a razor sharp. Liquid really did swing it back, but 10 minutes later, and they've given all of that lead back over to the side of Vega. And Vega, with this Tinker and Jug, they're playing the fights perfectly. Iceberg controlling Liquid. As you mentioned, with the BKB is getting low, especially on the Timberman.
FN's play at the RoG too was also game-winning.
Tier 2 down. And now Vega in a position to maybe try and break the high ground. Liquid really going to be tested there. Correct can hit the ball to smash onto Mag. No follow-up. Liquid are going to try and move forward. A vacuum attempt from Microjoy trying to grab someone back. Now look towards Shoma, but he's got the Glimmer Cape. No detection. In fact, the Vince back onto Miracle into the static shot. They maybe jump through. And that's what the BKB there with defensive destruction from Sam. And they finish off Miracle on the Ember. Hits the back. Miracle heads up the rope and slides through. Incredibly low. Who will get out at the last possible moment. But Timberman working towards Iceberg. Iceberg being Glimmer Cape. He'll get himself back. In fact, Iceberg ended up getting the kill. I think the rocket sailed through and ended up killing off the Ember Spirit. Crazy heads up. Again, it's a touch of destruction. But actually, they're almost ending the bonus. But time to kill the ball. 2-0 Liquid. They will kill the Tinker, but he buys back immediately. They know that this is their chance to finish it, Vega. 3 dead on Liquid. None of them with buybacks available. only again Matuma and Bulba dividing. And this is... what a swing around this game has been. Again, another roller coaster of a show between these two sides. At the start, it was Vega. Then Liquid suddenly came online, got themselves ahead. But these last few fights, the Tinker and the team had just been outplaying Liquid as a whole.
Even the Disruptor, if he didn't have an Axe there, Ember Spears would have lived. There was like all these small items that just make a world of difference. If it were that other 91%.
Then jumping in, teasing with them. Liquid, they're going to lose these top racks at the least. And it's still 25 seconds, no miracle. So Vega will stick around, push on the mid lane as well. Liquid, what can they do about this? They have got strength up on the Timmerman. But again, it's so hard for him to fight into this. And Vega, they'll take the tier 3 and back. They're not taking any chances at this stage. They realize that they have really managed to recover from what looked like a very, very hard position to be pushed back into. And they're going to do their best to not throw that away. And in a game when Matuma had kind of caught up with FN's farm and got himself slightly ahead, now he's just fallen massively behind. With the swing of the last few fights, FN now back at the top, a clear, 8K above Matuma farm now at this stage.
Vega can still lose though if the Tinker gets picked off. He did end up buying back last fight, which is a good 5 to 6 minute window, and during the 5 to 6 minute window, Roshan is going to be up, so Liquid can have another lifeline if they can manage to secure this part of the map. They do have the Lotus on Kuro, so that will help deal with the Hex spam.
It's going to come down, all down to the play now in these fights.
Yeah, what can Sven do? What can Tinker do?
They need to keep Matuma up and alive. They need to make sure that he's able to just zone down these heroes, knock them off one at a time, and not worry about being kited up, being hexed by the Tinker post BKB.
Even Abyssal is very annoying to deal with. They might have to Lotus him during the BKB because of that, or like very early on in the fight instead of reactively.
49 minutes in, 23 to 35. At the moment, the net worth itself right down to a 20k lead for Vega Squadron. I mean, in all reality, Liquid at this stage, what are they looking for? Is it just all about the Tinker? They've got to make sure that they've got someone focusing that Tinker in the fights, making sure that somehow Iceberg doesn't get away with these mass hexes and such to control the cause of Liquid. Yeah,
and on the flip side, just making sure that Matuma can do the damage that he needs to do. And if it kills Disruptor very early, then Ember Spirit can actually go in and do his thing. So it's all about making sure Matuma, because he's really the only one that can kill the Tinker very quickly and assuredly.
Yeah, I guess he's still at a point where 2.2k life points. The Tinker, what, 2-3 hits if you hit a crit, you're taking the Tinker out of the fight. But it's as we're just seeing, just the fact that they can turn around so well. It's, still the mech, the Glimmer Cape, even just something like that from the eye is causing a lot of issues for Liquid in these fights. It just seems the detection hasn't always been there, and the Glimmer Cape's just allowed these cores to kind of slip away out of harm's way.
But Disruptor again gets this insane amount of farm. This Midas has paid dividends. He's almost 6-slotted again. I guess Midas doesn't really count.
Well, Mag with the Aghanims done as well. An extra bit to add to these team fights.
I'll take that as tribute.
Something else to pop through the illusions that the Boba may have out post-disruption.
And mind controls.
And mind controls, of course, yeah. There's a lot of stuff to get that caustic finale injected into with that Burrow Strike.
I think Liquid should make a move right now, though, because Roche is about to be up, and Tinker doesn't have buyback. This is their best time to come back.
A miracle. Absolutely jumped on here. Lynx is going to keep him out of the style. He's got a defensive disruption from Boba, trying to look to save him for the time being. FN, Demonic perched up. Mind control, jumping forward. The Omni Stack comes out onto the man. With the full time, the man not taking too much damage. He will survive. Drop control. Surge up, headed out of there. He'll get out. Mac comes in with the epicenter. Power strike forward. Takes down the escape. FN jumps forward as well. They're looking for mind control. The Hex is there. They've found two. 2-for-1 trade favoring Vega. Kuroki's out of there, back to base. They're going to heal Matuma back up. They have got Matuma Miracle alive. The two high damage cores. No Godstrike's actually back online. Okay, Godstrike's there now. Miracle jumps in. Nice save, the follow-up storm, and hang on. That's the IO out. MatchID controlled by the Abyssal Blade from FN. FN just looking to focus for the Mega Creeps. He's going for the objectives. He's going for the racks. He should be able to get the Blade Furies up. Burnside comes in on a little bit of Miracle. The low control, leaning Iceberg ends up mixing himself and the kill this Tinker. Goes up to dodge. There we have it. The Stormhammer comes in. They need a few options to take down there. It's crit from Miracle. They found the Tinker. The Burnside goes to corruption. Miracle, can he do this? He's the only one left alive on Liquid. He's got the flight. He's trying to come back in. Can he finish off Mag? Mag gonna head out. There's the chase down. The crit comes through. Miracle finds one. Miracle versus FN out this stage. Miracle trying with the idea of finding around, but this is gonna be a buyback from Mag on the SK. But it's getting to the
Megas.
breaking point indeed. Yeah, Liquid have been Mega creeped.
Still possible to hold on with Megas. Probably rapier time for Ember, I would say.
Oh, absolutely.
Sven did go for a refresher, kind of necessary. The MuShi thing has actually set him back a lot. But yeah, they killed Tinker, but they endured too many losses. He did a really good job of kiting in between the Ghost Scepters, the Force Stab, just all these tools to hopefully survive for that extra few seconds.
And MatchID opting to buy back. There's no messing around. They want to try and get what they can done in this period of time. The buyback for Tinker still on cooldown for a minute and a half.
Yeah. If they get reckless.
If they get it, I mean, MatchID with the God Strength, he's going to rip through the base.
They don't have T4s, do they?
They don't. The Ancient is exposed for Vega.
Illusion.
Oh my.
Oh, if they get... Oh, if Liquid can pull this
There's
through.
a glyph available for them, but Tinker's down to 15.
Only 33
This isn't a window.
Hello, MatchID. This is not the stun needed. The defensive disruption everyone. That's still controlling MatchID back the way. That's not zero out. MatchID doesn't fall onto back. Matt, he's going to be limited. Matt's going to survive. MatchID tries to finish him off. On these snaps comes down to Miracle and the Spirit's down. MatchID, he needs to do something good. Low his sword. The beacon comes out. Looks towards him with the Slayer, but the flash is covering red. And the Stormhammer hits from MatchID down. Kuroki in with the Magic Knife. Hexed up, critted up. FN takes the kill. Miracle the last man standing. He's holding the base, but Vega, they've got the full 5-man up and alive. Sherman the Slayer coming through. The Hex is out. FN jumping forward with Iceberg as well. Miracle taken down. GG is called.
Wow, they spawned right outside the base. FN with the big plays all around.
My goodness, that was...
Dude, he played so well on that Juggernaut. My goodness.
FN's job.
They didn't have a chance versus them.
Well, that's going to be disrupted down for sure. Max is coming with the 2-man burst right at the end as well. It's going to knock the man out. Man, the architect has come through. Crunch from mind control onto Max. It's going to be going around. Max trying to get himself away from this. He's not going to make it. He's down. Sanking slot. FN crushed again. MatchID coming into Iceberg. Bulba holding the Invoker in place for the time being. MatchID being topped up in mana. Comes across, pops the Invoker. He may even be able to get the IO as well. MatchID not quite done yet. Continue to chase an FNG on the back of it though. FN comes in onto Bulba. Doesn't actually get the final touch in. FN can't finish off the Shadow Demon. MatchID did find the kill at the end of the day onto FNG's IO. The stolen Stormhammer from Miracle onto FN. They've got the control by the looks of it as they'll chase down the Sven. And Liquid, they get the Swan. Kuroki jumping forward. They're keeping the damage onto him so he has no chance to blink up and needs to pop those Shadow Poisons. There it is again, buying more time, and finally the Adaptive Strike comes through from MatchID. They'll take down FN on the Sven.